You know, we've had some really big guests in studio, but none have been as cute and adorable as this one. This is Siever, and as you saw the tweet that Siever sent out, I don't know how he was able to tweet out with the pause, and I'm going to have to ask him about that. But just talking about his appearance here on MLB Central, and we are pleased to have Siever being sponsored by the Amazin Mets Foundation, which is the philanthropic arm of the New York Mets. And joining us in studio with Siever, Tom Rubing, who is Siever's puppy raiser. John Miller is the CEO of America's Vet Dogs. And Jane Sun, who is the co-head of the Amazin Mets Foundation. We are so thrilled to have you here in studio. I'll open this one just for anyone that would like to take it. Tell us a little bit about Siever and really the motivation and the purpose that he provides to veterans.
Yes, so Seaver is the second dog with the Amazing Mets Foundation and the Mets. First dog was Shay, and what great names to work with the Mets. Shay and Seaver, the fans picked it. He's being trained to be a service dog for a veteran or a first responder. So we work across the country to provide service dogs, and partnerships like the ones we have with the Mets, you know, it's amazing, you know, literally, right? You know, we have the Cohen family, we have the foundation here. The players and the fans really have bought into our mission, and everything we do is free of charge for the veterans, so it helps raises awareness for us, make sure that people know that the services are available. Volunteers like Tom, we always need them, and we always need donors because we don't charge.
And Jane, why was this foundation, why was this particular effort so appealing to the Mets Foundation?
Yeah, so back in 2019, when we were first introduced to America's Vet Dogs, it was something that we were interested in supporting. And then, of course, the pandemic hit. And so when we had the opportunity to provide the grant funding to actually sponsor a dog, it was something that I know from Alex Cohen's perspective, who's the president of the Amazin Mets Foundation. She loves animals. She loves helping veterans and first responders. So this was actually kind of a nice moment for us to be able to do this.
Tom, are certain breeds better for companions?
Yeah. Obviously not the ones I have. I'm going to ask.
All dogs are good companions. Labrador retrievers, golden retrievers, are easy to train because they're so food-driven, so it helps the training process. So that's a main reason.
And they're trained at, what, 16 to 18 months? Why is that the sweet spot?
As a puppy raiser, we get them at 8 weeks old, and they live with us 24/7 for about 14 to 16 months. Then we hand them over to the professional dog trainers who finish off the training. So we do some training, but the biggest thing we do as volunteers is socialize him, take him out every day somewhere. You know, city, hospital, airports, city field, etc.
Is it the temperament of the dog? Like, how did you know out of the litter we were going to pick him?
Siever kind of stood out right from the very beginning, right? You know, we had Shay previously, and Shay was a little different, you know, type of energy. Siever here, you know, loves the camera, right? And you know, working with the Mets, you know, having the different, different experiences on the field with the players, in the stands, different sights, smells. You know, he'll probably go to a very active veteran or first responder because he's going to have such great socialization as he's growing up.
Tom, I'm looking at Siever right now, and he's just not right now, but for most of this time, he's just looking up at you. I mean, first of all, how do you have the strength to give these puppies away? You know, I mean, look at him. I mean, I know how much love you have for these animals. How do you have the strength to let them walk out of your home?
It's for a good cause.
Yeah.
That's it.
Period.
Jane, is there a matching process with the dog and the veteran? How does that work?
So that's actually something that we lean on America's Vet Dog for them to identify the right veteran or first responder.
So we have a pretty intricate process. You know, we have veterans and first responders from all across the country who have applied for the program. And, you know, for instance, I do think Siever, even though he's, kind of chilling out here, is probably going to go to a very active veteran because of the socialization he'll have at Citi Field and living with Tom and Deb. So we look to, for the right fit. You know, we have veterans who have mobility issues, and we have veterans who are dealing with PTSD. And generally, their lifestyle will dictate how the match is made.
What's the feedback been from the veterans?
Oh, it's life-changing. Really, working with the Mets Foundation is providing the opportunity to change lives here. And, every day, we have a story of a veteran who is now going out into public when they wouldn't prior without the dog. Or, children getting their fathers back, their mothers back. because of a service dog.
I want to ask because I have three doodles, okay, and I've had them trained. Obviously, sit, stay, don't undercut me going down the stairs, all those good things. What's the difference? What takes it next level in training? If they have a perfect temperament, is there something you're doing differently?
You're really training them on specific tasks to do for the veterans. For PTSD, it's nightmare interruption.
Really?
And a rest procedure to give them comfort. Also for creating space and stuff. So it's more than just the sit down and stay stuff, which is what we focus on. We focus on raising him to be a calm, confident pup.
Yeah.
The professional trainers take it to the next level. So I take him through high school. My wife and I take him through high school, and we send him off to college to finish up the training.
One dog at a time in your house?
We have 3 dogs total in the house, but we're training or raising one.
I had the pleasure of meeting Shay in spring training.
Yes.
I'm not sure if we have the video of, look at this video of him with Francisco Lindor. I mean, does it get more wholesome and beautiful than that right there? But as you said, Shay is in the process of going to a veteran's home, correct?
Yeah, we're in that matching process now.
Yeah.
I expect by the end of September, we'll have a big announcement as to where Shay's going to go.
All right, I wanna
Tom
get your
for Duchess and Doug, by the way.
This guy is chilling on live TV about to take a nap.
Take him home.
nerves.
I just want to take him home. Now, let me ask you about Pete Alonso while you're here. No, I'm just kidding.
We're ready to go.
Yeah, sure. Hey,
We got opinions.
Thank you very much. And what you guys do for
it's
the
incredible.
animals and more importantly for the veterans, it's so great. Hey, and Siever,
Oh,
Siever, you're a good boy.
You're an angel.
You're a good boy.
Oh.
Look at him.
Just very.
Oh, look at him.
Oh my gosh.
Can I just have him just for like a weekend?
No.
No, you're going to ruin what Tom did.
Can I choose the weekend?
Yes, you may. Anytime. Thank you very much for. Hey, real quick, how can people get involved or donate or anything like that if they're interested?
Yeah, I mean, the Amazin Mets Foundation is obviously always donating, but so is the America's Vet Dogs.
So for vet dogs, it's very simple. Go to vetdogs.org.
Okay, there you go. Thank you very
you.
much for being here. We appreciate it.
Wow.
Thank
That
you.
is Tom Rubing, John Miller, and James Sun joining us here in studio. And of course, the man, Siever. Siever, you're the best.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Okay. I'm going to play with Siever during the break, but Keys to the Game is presented by Meineke. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. Sorry. Let's take a look at some NL teams and what their strength of schedule looks like. These are the handful of teams that are fighting for playoff positioning. You see the Cincinnati Reds, and that schedule is tough, and it begins tonight with a 4-gamer in Arizona against the D-backs. The Cubs, just below 500. Their scheduling is challenging as well.